So Karen, the International UFO Congress is your baby. You own it, right?
Yep, that's right. Purchased it in 2017 from Open Minds. They didn't want to continue on, so I thought, hey, my boyfriend is the MC, so hey, why shouldn't I just use my retirement money to buy a conference?
You look at the timing of that. That's 2017, they get out. And then at the end of 2017, it hits the fan, it explodes. Has
Yeah,
that trans, go ahead.
it was really exciting because actually Tom DeLonge called us and was like, you have to download this secure app because I have something to tell you. So Alejandro went and downloaded the app, and that's when he told him all about the stuff that the TTSA and all that kind of stuff that was about to happen, but we couldn't tell anyone. So it was really exciting to have that knowledge before it broke. But it was
Well,
a really exciting time.
The last couple of years have been really exciting. One story after another breaking in national media. We've broken some. Alejandro's been involved. And has it translated yet into the general public going to conferences like yours?
Well, I think it did. Let me try to think of my years here. Yeah, I think, Ancient Aliens had a conference called Alien Con, and we went to those because we sell as a vendor also. And it was amazing. In Pasadena, there was 20,000 people lined up around the block. In Baltimore, all these people. And I always made sure to ask people, like, why did you come? And does anyone know that, you watch Ancient Aliens? And they're like, no, nobody knows. It's my secret. I didn't want anybody to tell. I didn't tell anyone where I was going today. So it was kind of funny that all these people are interested in the subject. And, maybe they're kind of feeling braver now about pursuing that interest.
Give me the general overview of your event, when it starts, and how people can participate. Because I know, despite the interest of the public, you've had to deal with COVID. You were going to have an in-person event and just can't do it anymore.
Yes, we were going to have a conference, but just getting too many cancellations, too much unknown happening. Didn't want anybody to get sick. So we just decided to go virtual again like we did last year. And we're using the really dependable conference platform called Whova. So we already did it last year. We didn't have any problems, no hitches. So we expect to have that same ease of use this year. But yeah, you go to the website, www.ufocongress.com, you purchase a ticket. And the next week or so, you're going to get another email saying, here's your link to get into Whova, and you're going to click on that. And once you're in that, you have everything at your disposal. We have a speaker page. You can go through all and read all about the speakers, the agenda. We have icebreakers where you can go in and answer questions. You can also start your own chat room. So you can pose a question, like, what do you think of this? Or this, just different kind of groups. And there's people made hundreds of them last year. And another cool thing you can do is you can make a virtual meetup. So it's like a Zoom room through the app. So you can just invite people that you see on the app, or you can just invite anybody. And all the attendees also have the option to upload their information, their picture, their interests, whatever they want to upload to. So you can see everybody else that's at the conference.
It sounds like it's a dating app. It could be a dating app.
It kind of is. They even say, there's an option where you can kind of like ping somebody and say, hey, I'm interested in you. So there's also that option, as well as the speakers, once during their talks at the end, if they leave time, we can do live question and answers too.
Oh. So you buy one ticket, you get access to everything that happens, all the speakers, all the events.
Yes, you can do that. For $119, you get the whole thing. There's 24 lectures and panels, and also experiencer sessions and the film festival, and then all the other stuff involved too. If you want, you can also buy single tickets. Like if they only want one or two, they're only $12.99 each for those. Or you can buy like a day of them. So, if you have one day that you really like, you can buy just that day. So Wednesday's $39.99 and all the other days are $49.99.
I know the film festival is always a big deal, the coveted EBE awards that you hand out. Do you know how many entries you've got this time?
Well, that's kind of an interesting thing. We were kind of maybe coming up with something a little different. It's kind of a 30th anniversary, because it is our 30th anniversary, and then 10 years since it's been in Arizona, kind of special ceremony, and just kind of look back at all the films of the last 10 years, because we hadn't gotten any submissions yet. And then today I got a submission. So we're going to have to decide what we're going to do. So if anybody out there has a submission for the film festival, now's the time to send it in, because it's getting close to the wire. So we're not sure what we're going to do yet.
We'll talk about
we will have still the ceremony, because at the Saturday night ceremony, we also honor the UFO Investigator of the Year, as well as the Lifetime Achievement Award, which somebody we know won last year or 2 years ago. I think that's name was George Knapp, I think. Yeah. So the award people for all the hard work that they do in this field.
We'll talk about the speakers in a moment because you got some great ones. But I always appreciate that your Congress always gives a special platform and attention to experiencers, people who have largely been ignored with all the discussion and news stories about government programs and investigations. They've kind of been pushed off to the side, but you honor them and give them a platform because that's what it's really all about, right? The people who have these firsthand experiences.
Right, right. I mean, like, I can't imagine what it'd be like personally, but these people, they've felt these things, they've experienced these things, and there's so many out there and so many very similar experiences that there is something to it. I know there is. And these people need a place to talk about it where people don't think they're crazy. So we offer that. We have 6 sessions in total, and they're going to be, each one's going to be a different facilitator. We're going to have Yvonne Smith. She's going to do a couple of them, and she does regression therapy with experiencers. Kathleen Martin, who's also done a lot in that field, and Gwen Farrell, who's now currently the MUFON, I think it's something like head of experiencer something or other research or something. So we got 3 really qualified people that are going to lead those sessions. And you'll be able to go onto them by going into the app. Once you're got a ticket, you go into the app and it's like a Zoom room where you can see everybody and talk to each other. Those are the only ones that are going to be on the Zoom rooms. The other ones, you're just going to be watching like an attendee. So you won't be on the screen or anything. So
I go to UFO conferences like yours to hear the speakers mostly, but also I have to admit to see the vendors. If you looked around my house, there's aliens everywhere. So how's that going to work? Yeah.
Well, we have it's called a virtual vendor booth. And you just, once you're in the thing, you can go into the app of Whova, you can go on exhibitors, and then you would see all the exhibitors there. But even if you just want to check it out now on our website, www.ufocongress.com, if you go to the vendor page, that is already displaying on our website. So anyone who's out there that wants some advertising, it's going to be on our website for 6 months. And it's just $99 for a virtual booth. And you can upload pictures, video, direct people to your website. It's a really cool thing. So you can go there right now and look, because I have mine up there already. So you can see the UFO Congress, what we have to offer.
Give me a sense of the speakers that are there this year. I looked at the list. It's a great list, but what are the highlights for you?
Well, it's always, when you've been in this field a long time, it's always great to hear someone new. So Ross Coulthart, he is coming out with a book like next month. I think it's going to be for sale, and he's from Australia, and he's on there 60 Minutes, and he's a producer, he's a journalist, he's an author, so he's kind of a big deal in Australia. And he went around for a couple of years and was getting interviews by experiencers, witnesses, and supposedly intelligence also. So he got some good anonymous intelligence briefings, and it's all in his new book called In Plain Sight. So I'm really excited to hear him, because I haven't, listened to anything yet, because I wanted to keep it to be fresh. And let's see, MK Kranda is someone I haven't heard of. She's a woman, of course, and she helps experiencers through their traumas. So I'm excited to hear her, and Katie Grabowski, who's also a MUFON person. She's an investigator. So these are the ones I haven't heard yet. So I'm excited to hear what they have to offer.
Brian Bender, he lives in your town. He covers Washington and the Pentagon, but he lives in your town. And so you get to interact with him a lot. He's really done some solid reporting.
Yeah.
What's he got going? He's got something with Fife Symington?
Yes. For those of you who may not know, Fife Symington was the former governor of Arizona during the Phoenix Lights. And he got a lot of attention because he called a press release, and he said, "I think we found the culprit." And this guy walks out with this big, huge alien head costume. And people got kind of mad at him about that because they felt like, he was making fun of what they saw. And I don't know how many years later it was, but James Fox talked to him about that. And he actually told him, I actually saw the Phoenix Lights. I saw it myself. So finally he came out with the truth that he saw it, and he believes in UFOs, and he's going to be interviewed by Brian right here at this table.
Lee Spiegel has been around the topic even longer than I have, and
Yeah.
he's a great speaker. Do you know what he's covering?
Yeah, well, he was uh, very word I'm trying to look for, but uh,
Instrumental?
I'm sorry, what?
Instrumental?
Yes, instrumental, that was the word. In doing this UN thing, trying to get a bill passed in the UN to study UFOs. Well, that footage was lost forever, we thought. It was actually found, and when James Fox's sister, they were working on a film together with Lee Spiegel, found this footage, they tried to find who was in charge of it, and they thought they went to this news station. I guess it had a Chiron on or something, and they said, "Can we use this?" And they were going to charge them a bunch of money. So then they thought, you know what, we're going to ask the UN. So they went to ask the UN, and they said, "Oh, no, no, no. The news station does not own that footage. We own that footage, and we'll let you have it." So he is going to be showing clips from this UN footage, where it's like Hynek was there, Lee, I think Jacques Vallée is in it. So it'll be really interesting to see these guys like 40 years ago or whenever it was. So
I know that Ben Hansen, I think he used to work with the FBI, right? And now he's a TV host.
yeah, yeah. He will be he's got a new show coming out called Alien Invasion with Mark D'Antonio, another one of our speakers. And they're going to kind of just talk about, what they experienced in the show and other topics that they've experienced because they've been in this field for a really long time. And Mark, of course, is the MUFON photo analyst.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like a great lineup. So I buy a ticket, I get on the app. I can watch these speakers all at once, or I can dribble it out over a couple of weeks, right?
That's right. You can watch it live, or if you miss something, you can have up to 2 weeks after the end of the conference to watch it on Hoover. So if you want to watch some over and over, you can do that. So we give you 2 weeks to enjoy all those videos.
Anything else to say to our viewers about your event?
I just think you should try it. It's a lot of fun. It's a great bargain. There's 24 lectures. That's just under $5 each. So you're not going to get that value at a live conference. So come and try it. And I think you'll be surprised at how much interaction there is with the other attendees. Oh, and I just want to know, we have contests too. So the more things that you do in there, the better chance you have of winning one of our great prizes. So we have contests as well. So
Well, it sounds great, Karen. It's great to talk to you. I'll be watching and
Okay.
hope to see you soon.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.